Hi friends, in this lecture I will be showing how to create a Spring Boot project. You can create Spring Boot project through start.spring.io initializer. Through this we can create a Spring Boot project. Here we need to select Spring Boot version. Is it 2.3.1 or 2.3.0? We can select and we can provide the group ID and we can provide the artifact ID and Spring Boot project name, description, package name from where it will create. Packaging, is it a jar version or var version, and java version we can choose from here. And we can select if it is a maven project, otherwise gradle project. And the language we can choose java, kotlin, groovy accordingly. In this course we are going through maven, java 8 and spring boot version. We can create same using spring boot initializer also. I'm going through like how to create using spring boot initializer. Here I am selecting Spring Boot Starter project. This URL it also uses start.spring.io. Here also we are using start.spring.io. Both places we are using same URL. And here I am going to select the name. Name of the project is RESTful Web Services. And the group ID is com.tectonic dot rest dot web services. Artifact ID is RESTful Web Services. When I have entered here name, it by default chosen the artifact ID. And description: Spring Boot RESTful Web Service course. Web Service. Here I have given the description as Spring Boot RESTful Services. To develop microservices, we need to understand thoroughly RESTful Web Services. After going through RESTful Web Services concepts, I will go through microservices development. Default package name it is asking. This is the package. In this package, our all our source code will be created. This is the base package. And version is I am selecting 0.0.1 hyphen snapshot. Okay. Here we are going to select what we wanted. From here also we can select. Okay, let me select. I will go through. I am giving all the default values. I am not selecting it. Generate. It generated the demo.zip file. Otherwise, we need to select the dependencies. From here, we can select the Spring Boot Web. We can select other things like data, Spring Boot data JPA. I will go through all those. We can select things like this. Spring Boot Web we will be using for now. I will select Spring Boot Web and I can generate it. After generating this demo.zip file, we can import it. Here also I am going to create a web. Spring Boot Web. I won't be selecting any other things for now. I click on next. This is the base URL. From here, this got created like how we are creating. I will click on finish. With this approach, you don't have to import the zip file. You don't have to download the zip file. Behind scene, it will be imported to your workspace. Going to create. First time it takes some time because it needs to download all the dependencies. I'll go to the form.xml. The form.xml file automatically it's created parent module. Parent form.xml we are importing Spring Boot starter project. From there we have given all this artifact ID, group ID, name and description. We have selected Java 1.8 by default and we got a starter web project is Spring Boot web. From here execution will start and by default we will get the Spring Boot test. We don't have to explicitly mention the dependency. By default we will get. And this is a build plugin. It used to create the jar file and we can run the jar file anywhere or anywhere. Now you can deploy this jar file in container or we can deploy this into the pod anywhere. It's gonna take some time. Help.md. Help.md is generated automatically. We can write help.md any other thing. How to install, how to execute, all things we can mention in help.md. 26% is completed. After that will be imported successfully. All the jars will be dependency jars will be imported here. Going to the package structure. Mainly we have source folder. Under the source folder we have two folders. One is main, one is test packages, two subfolders. In main we will write all Spring related application. In test we will test all the Spring functionalities or application specific functions. We can test it. We can write unit test cases or we can write integration test cases. Both we can write. I'll go through how